Hey guys, it's Brooklyn Goddess K, and I'm here with the Goddess Energy reading for the collective today. It is Wednesday. For those who do not know, well, at least here in America, it is Wednesday. Wednesday is related to the planet Mercury. Mercury is responsible for communication, thoughts, knowledge, technology, how we incorporate our thought process with another, and messages in the sense whether they are from the divine or from one another. So I thought it would be perfect today to talk about communication because we are dealing with Mercury retrograde and it's in the sign of Gemini, which is also ruled by the planet Mercury. Now, two signs that are ruled by the planet Mercury are Virgo, which is our more analytical side of Mercury, our more structural side of Mercury, and then we have Gemini, my sun sign, which is more of the joyful side of Mercury, the curious side of Mercury, the mischievous side of Mercury, the youthful side of Mercury. And that has a great ability for us to, tap into our inner child, which we never stop being. We never stop being children. We only get adult bodies. And to tap into the way that we learn and socialize with ourselves and others. So I wanted to base this reading on how we can better communicate with our inner child and our spiritual court on this lovely Wednesday, especially, like I said before, please excuse Venus, she found the toy, relax. With Mercury being retrograde, this is a perfect time for you to this is the time where truths will be coming out, especially with the solar eclipse that we will be dealing with tomorrow. Eclipses are, especially it's a solar, so everything's going to come to light. And it doesn't have to be bad things. It doesn't have to be good things. Those words are subjective. It's all in how you choose to take it and how you choose to receive the lessons that Spirit has intended for you at this time. I wanted to do this reading because I believe a lot of us, especially those who are starting to awaken or going through those spiritual upgrades, they feel like they may be losing their mind. They feel like they may be lacking purpose. They feel like they may be lacking direction in their life. Everything is going left. And I want you to know that when things are going left in your life, Spirit is setting you up for things to go right. Also, when things are going left in your life, that is Spirit telling you that you are not in alignment with your purpose, with your character as a person, and it is time for you to reroute, okay? Because Spirit's going to keep rerouting you until you are back on track. You will never be lost, okay? What is it? 3 lefts make a right. So you'll be put back to where you need to be. So I channeled a little bit on the energy. I channeled some songs, which I will add in the description below. And before I get into the reading, all of my personal information for personal readings, my website, for tools, and all that good stuff, my Patreon, which will be more extended and in-depth readings and more in-depth healing with me and getting to know me on a more personal level, will all be in the description below. So before I get into the cards that I pulled, and I will state that I'm using the Deviant Moon Venus. Relax. I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, which is perfect for shadow work. You'll see what the cards look like when I pull them up. But the number that the collective received today when I was shuffling was the number 9, which is beautiful to receive because yesterday we received 5, which I told you is about those gradual changes, and 9 is about the changes that really change your life, that we are reaching the end. It is really time to put your money where your mouth is. And it makes sense that I'm channeling 5s and 9s. I did a personal reading for someone, and the energy that I was channeling for them was 5s and 9s. The first 2 weeks of June would be 5s, and as we are going into the last ending weeks of June, it would be 9s. So it makes sense that I'm channeling 9s, especially with the solar eclipse coming up, because like I said, eclipse, they reveal everything, they lash out everything. So you want to be also mindful and paying attention to your dreams, or paying attention to songs coming on the radio, or pay attention to the conversations you're having with people. Pay attention to the thoughts that are coming up, because they are revealing a lot of things that you should be focusing on about your inner self, especially the things that you're questioning about yourself, okay? And the reason why I say this is because the collective is showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards to receive because it usually means that you are able to take care of home and business at the same time. You're able to take care of yourself. You're able to take care of others. Now, this is my shadow work deck. So when we receive the Queen of Pentacles, we want to make sure that our needs being met. It very much touches on to the energy of yesterday, which was the Eight of Cups, which is about reflection, about, am I emotionally investing myself in places that I feel valued? Am I emotionally investing myself in places where I feel like I'm reaping the benefits of, the work that I'm putting in? And the Queen of Pentacles with the Tower, and like I said, this reading is about communication. It is asking you, okay? Real Brooklyn to me, it's asking you, are you truly mothering yourself in the way that you should be? Right? Are you truly taking care of yourself in the way that you should be? Are you truly taking care of your needs in the way that you should be? Are you truly, evaluating, because this is definitely coming up when I was pulling up, are you evaluating the relationship that you have with your mother and how that plays in how you deem your happiness, how that plays in how you deem how you show up in relationships, how that relates to your fear of abandonment, how that relates to your feel of, being without and feeling that you're being left, and not wanting to return to that place, and upkeeping certain things in your life because you know what it's like not to have, and to not to have a support system, and to not to have funds to supply things that you need. Okay, because the energy clarifying our Queen of Pentacles is the Tower. And the Tower is always sudden epiphanies, sudden upheavals. So many of you at this time will also be having very revealing conversations with your mother. Like I said, you will be addressing those mother wounds if your mother is not currently present in your life. You could be also a mother and realizing that, you don't like the way that you're mothering right now and you wish to change those things. That a lot of the times, we always say for those that are with child or take care of children, you say, oh, I'm not going to do the things that my parents did. I'm going to do different. And then you wake up one day and you realize, you're doing the same things that your parents did. It's like you snap right into what your brain has wired you to. So have you been taking the time to reparent yourself? That's why inner child healing is so important. The reason why I'm wearing these space buns today is because I wanted to tap into that Gemini energy. I wanted to feel like a child again. So I put my space buns on, I put on my jelly sandals, I wore overalls, and I sat outside and I played with my dog. You honor your inner child by doing things that you enjoyed as a child. So I'm going to make sure that I color today, and that I sit on the floor today, and that I watch cartoons, or I'm probably, because of the space buns, I'm going to watch Sailor Moon. So make sure that you tap into those things today. Ask yourself, think about the things that you wanted as a child, and ask yourself, how can I give myself, adult me, how can adult me give myself that? How can I validate the feelings that I had as a child and make sure that, I am aware of, the wounds that I've been harboring, or the insecurities that I've been holding on to and masking and overcompensating by giving to others, overgiving to others, not giving to others, feeling I need to be everywhere at once because I'm fearful that if I don't give to others that they'll leave me. Okay? A lot of you will also, you don't give, or you overgive with the mindset that you need to give back. Like, I gave to you, you have to give to me. And that's not the case. Okay? It's coming up again, and it's probably going to come up next week. So this will probably be my last day pulling cards on these topics. But you need to stop giving for the sake of keeping others in your life. You need to give lovingly, unconditionally, and realize that, your happiness is obtainable. And your body's been signaling to you what can make you happy, what's imposing on your happiness, and you just need to be honest with yourself. If you have been contemplating, like, do I quit this job? Well, I don't want to quit this job, but it takes care of me. But is it really taking care of you if it drains you? Yeah, it pays the bills, but are you happy? Yeah, the job is good and all, but you spend all day outside, so you don't get to enjoy what you're working for. Your money is going to basically just for someone for you to sleep. What's the use? What's the point of holding on to these things if you're not really being fulfilled? You're draining yourself more by holding on to the fantasy of what things could be than actually allowing yourself to live in the fantasy that you wish to live in. that you wish to create, that you have the ability to create. And you do that by honoring your inner child. By saying, yes, I know I have responsibilities. Yes, I know that, if I decide to leave this job, I may not be able to get another job right away, right? But I'm going to let you know. Relax, V. I'm going to let you know that Spirit wouldn't be telling you to leave if Spirit didn't have other plans for you. If Spirit wasn't going to replace what you have with something better. You cannot want more in your life and hold on to old, outdated systems of beliefs. Okay? Outdated systems of beliefs. There we go. Sometimes my brain gets overwired. You can't, hold on to that relationship where you don't feel like your needs are being met, and you and your partner aren't taking the steps for your needs to be met. And you're not having the conversations for your needs to be met, and then feel like, you're magically just going to leave and find love that you're supposed to have. You need to do the work. You need to evaluate what parts of you are making you stay in partnerships that are not serving you. What parts of you are making you stay at jobs that are not serving you. You need to be honest with yourself about what your passions are, what ignites you, and what has, those before you, those who have parented you, those who have mothered you, those who have fathered you. It's really mother energy. Mother wounds are usually the most intense, and we do not acknowledge them because, we're usually like, oh, the girl grows up without a dad, she has daddy issues. Everyone has mommy issues. Every single person on this planet, no matter how good your mom is, no matter how terrible your mom is, no matter how understanding your mom was, everyone has mother issues. You have to realize that you are a direct link to your mother. Your mother carries you, God willingly, for 9 months. Some of us are adopted, and either then you still cling because your mother is your source of life. She is your she is your connection to spirit. Women are the divine embodiment of God. We bring life into this world. So to have that connection, right, to seek that approval is very important on how you view yourself and how others view you and how you show up in the world. We never want to disappoint our mothers. So many songs have been written about mothers, right? Because the idea, the mother archetype, the woman who can do it all is so important. Please relax, baby. Thank you. The woman who can do it all is so important to how we feel we need to show up in the world. And people are always saying, I don't ever think I could have anything that could repay my mother. And that's fine. You know how you repay your mother? By living your life unapologetically. By showing up as you unapologetically. You honor your ancestors, you honor your grandmothers, you honor all of the women before you, you honor all of the maternal figures in your life, right? By showing up as yourself unapologetically. By honoring your emotions, by honoring your feelings, by allowing others in, being vulnerable with others and honoring yourself. You mother yourself better by validating your emotions, by validating your needs, and saying that even if you feel like they're rational to you, and that is what matters. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that because I didn't want this to be too long. I wanted this to be a quick little video. Just a little tap in to get you thinking on this Wednesday, on this Mercurial day, to dig deeper, to really tap into that Gemini-like energy and to get in touch with that inner child because it deserves to be acknowledged. Acknowledge your inner child, okay? If today you have to cut up celery sticks or, a lot of times I will note this. All of the things that you wanted to do as a child and you couldn't do because either your parents didn't have the resources or the funds, do them today. Find a way to do them. Even if you have to excuse my French, half-ass it. Find a way to do the things that you wanted to do as a child but you couldn't do. And do some of the things that you did do as a child and that brought you happiness. Think of your happiest moments. I always know that my happiest childhood moments are in the summer. I love being outside. I love tanning. I love running around. I love going to the pool. I love going to the park. I love being in the park. I love picnics. So I'm going to do that all summer. All summer I'm going to wear the most ridiculous outfits to adults. I'm going to feel good as hell doing it, and I'm going to spend all my time outside soaking up the sun and going to the beach, okay? And I hope you can do that. And if you live in Brooklyn and you want to go to the picnic with me and go to the beach with me, hit me in the DMs, okay? Okay. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said in the beginning of the video, all of my information will be below. If you would like to book a personal reading, hit up your girl. My link is below. And like always, much love and abundance. And I will talk to you guys later.